Do I look serious to you? Yeah, I'm serious because I want to talk about something very serious. People have been calling me, been asking me questions, so I just felt, okay, let's talk about it. Rejection. And so, is that the end of the world? You think that's what you are cut up for? It's about time we talked about it, actually. So that's why I'm here. What to do when you are rejected. Let's talk about it, right? Rejection is everywhere and people are complaining, people are crying, sweating about it. You apply for jobs and you are rejected. You've been going out with somebody you truly love for 5, 10 years and all of a sudden the person rejects you. What do you do? Let's talk about it. For so many thought leaders, rejection is a stepping stone towards success or towards achieving your goals. So, but what do you do when rejection comes? It can be so heart-wrenching. It can be so heartbreaking. In fact, some people may never recover from it. Yes, I tell you, before you know, they've got some mental issues, some psychosomatic issues. So let's talk about it. What do you do when rejection comes? The first thing I will need you to do, please, I'm begging you, when you were rejected, it doesn't matter what kind of rejection. Rejection is rejection, even in the dictionary. I don't know how else to explain it, but rejection is rejection. So the first thing I would implore you to do is to take some time off just to watch your emotions. Take some time off. Deal with the emotions. You are not a superwoman. Go and deal with it. It is not wrong if you want to take time off work, you want to take time off from family and friends, just to have a self-reflection, meditation. You want to meditate, you want to think about it, you want to have a grip on your emotions. So when rejection comes, I usually advise people, I am not a psychologist. All right, but I'm talking from experience, okay? Some of the things I tell you, I've gone through them. So I'm speaking from the point of an expert. Yes, expert 101. Okay, so take some time off. Tell your boss, tell your colleagues you need time off to have a grip on your emotions. If you do not, it may tear you down and you may never be able to pick up the pieces of your broken self. So go ahead and take some time off. Push the rejection aside. It has happened. So just push it aside and have a grip on your emotions. The number 2 thing you also like to consider after you have taken time off to deal with your emotions by having fun games, crying on the shoulders of somebody, why not try to get a detailed feedback? Yes, that's the starting point of your healing actually. When you try to get feedback, it gives you the boldness to confront that rejection and say, hey, you know what? I'm moving on. I'm bigger than you. So go and get the feedback. It doesn't matter if they look down on you, try to tear you down, but try to get a justification for your rejection. Why was I rejected? Why did you turn me down? Why was I turned back? When you know what went wrong, you would not repeat the same mistake. So getting a detailed feedback will help you build on your next move and then correct the ills of the past. Number 3, take stock and reflect. Stock taking does not necessarily mean going to the shop and then taking down pen and paper and start writing everything you have for your shelf, right? That's for the marketers and for the sellers. But for an individual who has been hurt and feels rejected or has been rejected, taking stock and reflecting will help you to build on your strength, to know your weaknesses, to know what gives you joy and what drives you. So when you take stock and reflect on those things that happened, you will now know the next move that you want to make. You now know how to take the next step so that you don't fall into the same trap. So taking stock and reflecting will help you come out of rejection quickly than you think. Right. You want to also consider making focus and determination your friend or companion. Right? You have been rejected. What's next? Go back to that rejection. Analyze it. Reflect on it. What actually happened? Then tell yourself, okay, now that I know I'm pursuing this, if it's something you don't want to let go, change your strategy. Focus, be determined to get it. So you don't tell me that Messi and Ronaldo got to the places they are today because maybe they were turned down, they were booed at, they were rejected, and then they just stayed back. No way. They had to pursue their dreams of becoming the best of the best. And they are legends in football. So if that thing that you were rejected on is your passion, is what you would want to do, then stay determined about it. Okay? Embrace it. Embrace determination and focus. Make them your companions. Try to pursue that thing again. Go back and re-strategize and get it right. With that, the pains of rejection will go away. I would also encourage you to build resilience and have self-affirmation. Building resilience goes beyond just griping on your fears and anger without doing anything about it. Building resilience is having the tenacity, the grit to confront your oppositions, your rejections, the mockers, your fears. You confront them head on. Yes, it has happened. And so you need to move on. So you have to be strong about it. You have to let it well up from your inside. Let it build up like a fire burning in your belly. And you confront it head on and say, you know what? I am me. I am comfortable with me. Self-affirmations will come. You reassure yourself and you are confident about your worth and the value you have. So nobody can turn you down. Tell yourself, keep telling yourself, reminding yourself that I am worth it. I've got value to offer. I am confident about myself. I know what I can do. When you keep repeating this to yourself, you will see your strength. You will see this joy. You will see this, energy welling up and bursting. And then you find your grip once again. The no's have come and gone. What's next? Get hold of that thing you have. Push the rejections aside. Push the mockers aside. They will always be there. Remember, they will always be there. And of course, don't tell me that you want to succeed at everything. In fact, the successful people around the world will tell you that they failed 99 times and only made it once. And when they decided to keep building, when they decided to keep holding on, and then the 100th time that they tried to do that thing, it was a jackpot. You want to do that and consider it thoroughly. Rejection is not a ticket to failure. Rejection is not a ticket to dehumanization or devaluation. It's only a ticket. It's a stepping stone, a ticket towards the next big thing. Think about it that way. A quick recap on what we have just said about what to do when you are rejected. The number one thing that you need to do is to take time off to take care of your emotions. Another thing, try to get detailed feedback. Have some kind of stock taking and reflect. Make focus and determination your companions. And lastly, build resilience and practice self-affirmation. I'm always here to talk to you about it. Okay? So get hold of your emotions. It's spilled milk, right? You cannot scoop it back anymore. So try to move on. See it as a challenge that you need to conquer. You must succeed in that thing that you're doing. I hope we have been able to rub minds together. If you have some burning questions in your mind that you would like to ask and get questions to, please drop your comments. Click on the subscription button, that's if you have not subscribed. And if you have, drop your comments and we will attend to them. Remember to follow us on all our social media platforms. And then log on to www.primebusiness.africa. We will give you the latest of all the news that are breaking left, right, and center. And of course, in-depth analysis of all socio-economic issues around Africa. My name is Esther Elueme. This is Prime Business Hacks.